Because I never used Twitter until like 3 years ago. But I guess also like some social media I don't mind using also. Okay guys, I'm gonna click this because the music is a bit loud for me. Even though I can turn it off. Turn it down. Okay, I think, yeah, last night what we did, we talked to everybody. So everyone is set up. I think we're gonna watch, what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna finish the regrets. So the Dread Wolf's regrets thing. So I think that's what I'm gonna tag right now. Because legit, I have Hall of Valor, and then we have the gates at Hosberg. And then some Ducktown stuff. And I looked online. I went online and I checked like what mission do I need to do before the end of Act 1, and no spoilers. And the missions that I had to finish, I've already done. So legit, we can finish Act 1 and then the rest here I'll be able to finish during Act 2. I also just like being low key. That's fair. Like, I mean, I'm very nosy. I like the tea. So I like to just be there and lurk and, look at what people post and read stuff and just watch a lot, like, videos and stuff. I don't necessarily interact with a lot of people, like, on socials. I just like to be there and have an eye on things. Spanish Inquisition, hi. How are you? Welcome in. Because, yeah, we have, okay, like, the things that I have, we don't really need to go back to Ducktown for now. I might need to go back. We never visited Hosberg, so I do want to go and see if we can just visit. And we also have to do this. Travel to Hosberg wetlands via the crossroad or fast travel because we have to meet Efka and Antoine. So we need to do that as well. But then we're going to get to the lighthouse. But yeah, I want to finish watching his memories because I feel it's going to be important for the future. Spanish Inquisition, I have a question for you if you're still here. Is it PhD because you did your PhD like on the Spanish Inquisition, or is it just because you have a PhD? You don't have to answer, obviously. I haven't watched all the memories. I only watched the first one. So I do want to do that before we go on and finish the act. I want to, like I said earlier, I want to be heartbroken. So I feel like this is gonna, break my heart. Let me just see. It's the least expected of all the duck. I mean, yes, exactly, right? PhD because Spanish Inquisition was taken. Okay, that's fair. That's a very good reason. Okay. Tosh. Why do I see your butt cheeks? Tosh. Mike Tyson's butt? No, but I saw that the fight apparently sucked ass. I don't watch fights. I fucking hate that. I fucking hate the other guy. I'm not even gonna name them because I hate them so much. The Paul brothers, they can suck hell. Like, they can rot in hell, they can suck ass, they can do anything. I don't care for them. Okay, Tasha's, I love this fit, but I feel like you're gonna get burned. Either PhD or Esquire. Okay, Esquire would have been funny as fuck. But I'm glad you took PhD. Okay, so what we're gonna do before we head out is I'm gonna try. Can I just like I don't care. I wish I could just say like seen it all and then it wouldn't tell me that I have new upgrade for my shit. Tyson is 58. What were people really expecting? Exactly. And I mean, it's Mike Tyson. Like, I don't think the guy is super sober to start with. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know his past or anything. He doesn't look very like he's all there. I get that a lot. I wouldn't say it's like that, but it was meh. Okay, that's fair. I'm cackling. Hi, Meeps. What happened? Suki decided to let out a really long and loud meow, and in the middle of it, she had to yawn, and then she sounded like your rubber ducky losing air. Like, I love that. Oh, wait, I forgot to send you the TikToks. I'm gonna do that right now. That Corby sent me about the rubber duckies, and I know where it is because it's literally from yesterday. But yeah, like, it's right here. Okay, hold on. Sending it to Meeps. I hope you like it, Meeps. What was that about Mike Tyson? There was a fight yesterday, Lady Curran. There was I don't remember like I don't follow this. My friends went to watch it like to another friend's house, and I was like, don't invite me. I don't care. The fuckies. I mean the fuckies duckies. They have a TikTok channel on your Discord. No, we don't have. Yeah, Jake Paul. Fuck the Paul brothers. There's no TikTok channel, but you can put them in like memes or there was another one that I like movie photo studio or general too. I'm fine with that. Or like if they're about pets, you can put them in pets, you know. I hope that answers the question, Raven. But yeah, I don't have a video channel proper. It was super anticlimactic. Yeah, that's what people were saying, Meeps. Couldn't be less interested in that, but thanks for clarifying. I mean, same, Lady Corinne. I know that just because my friends, I have a convo, like, we have a messenger conversation with my, IRL friends. And they like to go to the bar and watch, but then they were just like, you know what, we're just gonna go and watch it at someone's house, like someone, like everybody pays for it, and then they all hang out together and drink beer. Oh, wait a minute. I think that is the game. Oh, I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna turn the game off, and we're gonna reload because it's lagging on my side. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna start over really quick. Fuck them, indeed. I knew you would understand, but not in that way. No, in the bad way. They don't deserve it. Must say this game did not turn out how expected. Given a certain characters on screen time over the first 3 games, I was sure this game was going to be called Dragon Age Cullen. As Cullen, and every companion is Cullen, every NPC is Cullen, every enemy is Cullen. Boy, was I wrong. Spanish. Can I just tell you that I don't know if you've heard about Dear Colonites, but if you haven't, that's definitely why Colin doesn't even have his face in this game. Literally. Juan Paul being in WWE recently was like, why? That's him. That's him. That's him, Lady Corinne. Because it's good for business. Exactly. It brings in money and an audience that they were not expecting to get, right? They wanted someone who's easy to hate. They got it right. But yeah, exactly. They just want the money and the fame that the name brings. Okay. Oh. Yesu's water bottle just splashed everywhere. I was like, I'm not cheering for Tyson's to win, but I'm cheering for Paul to lose. That's fair. I mean, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say because you Americans just got out of the elections, but it's legit like our elections here in Canada where you vote for the least bad. You don't vote for the best. You vote for the one that you hate the least in the elections, which is not a good thing when you think of it. Like, you're supposed to be voting for the best people. So, like, when all parties don't represent you, you vote for the one that is the less inclined to like make you cringe. It's definitely not just Canada. Okay, good. Well, not good, but I'm sad to hear that you guys have the same issues. But I'm happy that we have a shared experience regarding election choices. What kind of food memes do you have? Rice and veggie bugo because the other part is chimkin nuggies. Yeah, J-Boog doesn't eat chickens. Okay, guys, we're gonna be... I said earlier that I want to be heartbroken. We're gonna watch the memories that I have left. We found all the wolf statues. So we already watched one memory in the past stream or the stream before that. So let's go and watch the others. Rice with broccoli, carrot, and onion. That sounds great. That sounds like a good rice. I love broccoli too. Oh, they fighting?
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurus seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you. I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurus and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
What the fuck? So his voice...
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
Right?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it. The elven gods were free with their emotions.
Tosh.
They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean. Nah, they were doing it.
Tosh! Well, they might... I don't think they were doing it, but it certainly feels like there is something more than... It's not totally platonic. Not platonic. Not planning, platonic. Did you cook it yourself? Steam in a bag. Oh, that's nice. I nearly sprayed rice everywhere. Sorry, memes. I answered too. Oh, here. Yes, obviously. I mean, that I like the sassy rook. That sounds like memes. Something memes would say, right? That's so true. You're not wrong. I don't think so. An ick. Oh, wow. They put the ick there. Maybe. Moving on. That's too dismissive. I don't like this. I'm gonna say 2.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against? Doesn't sound like Solus.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
Yep.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh my god, Belara.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
That sounds like
So the
him.
Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
They do have
And
history.
he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away.
But it was
There's
obviously
an old
not.
legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor.
Yes.
Not sure it matters.
Yes. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not too loud. Fuck. Andrul's armor. Andrul's armor was made from the void. She went into the void and she got fucking crazy. And they said that she brought something back from the void. Did she bring the blight back? Is it gonna confirm my fucking theory about that? I mean, I'm trying to sometimes Raven, yeah, platonic. Yeah, I'm trying to say platonic, but apparently like caption doesn't always get my accent. So we're trying here. I like Tash very much. They're very funny. Got the Crow Lighthouse where I changed it yesterday, Lady Curran, because I realized that this one has shortened sleeves and it can show off my tattoos. But they were they doing it? Listen, Meeps, it's also tricky because Mythal is supposed to be like the like if we compare to for example the Greek gods, she's kind of like the equivalent of Hera, where elgar'nan is like Zeus, okay, minus all this sexual, you know, assault and everything, all right, that the Greek pantheon does, all right. But Mythal, we met one of her version of her in the past 3 games. She was a witch, and she never said that she was Mythal until the very end of the last game. And her relationship with Solus was really like, did they do it or not? Like, it's been a theory in the past. So this kind of confirms one of the theory that people were having for the past 10 years. Like, were they together? There was a lot of, we visited the temple of Mythal in the last game. There were a lot of wolf statues around. Why were there a lot of wolf statues? So there's so many little things that you could pick from the previous games that shows Mythal and fen'harel having a relationship that was not just friends. And this kind of like, you know, confirms it. And now my brain is going brrr. Of course they were doing it. If his romance scenes with Lavalin are any indication, the egg really wanted to do this stuff. Exactly, but I mean, he really wanted, like, I think he felt a different connection, maybe because he just woken up, you know, with Lavalin. And I feel like it might not have been the same for him than it was for Mythal. Because Mythal, I feel like Mythal maybe felt like it was more like a fling. Like, if we speak, you know, in modern terms, I felt like Mythal maybe didn't think like that that she was, you know, that she probably didn't think it was that serious. And I think maybe fen'harel really had deeper feelings for her. And then, you know, he has been let down, and then he finds out with Llewellyn what true love really is, and true reciprocated love also. So it might have been a different, you know, kind of relationship altogether, right? He grabbed her butt. I mean, he grabbed her butt several times. I so agree. He's a butt grabber. Solas is a butt guy. You heard it here, folks. So they were roommates. Oh, they were more than roommates. I will only react to your findings. Thank you. Yeah. What's the more? Tell us the story. Yeah, tell us the story about Andruil's armor. But if that's what I'm thinking about, I'm like, just call me Solas. You're a bud guy.
We're deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andruil was the goddess of the hunt.
Yeah.
She put on armor, magic armor, made of something called the Void. Drove her mad.
Yes.
I remember this one.
Yes.
The other gods were afraid Andruil would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andruil.
Yes.
After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andruil's armor away. Then Andruil's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andruil stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andruil went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
Oh my god, it confirms. Ah! Screaming. Meeps unread that. Solas feels guilty. Solas is always feeling guilty. Solas was smug. He wasn't smug there. He was worried though. He was worried and he felt guilty. Yeah, he felt very guilty there in that memory. Because he felt like, it sounds like he felt like it was their fault, right?
Okay. Solas warns Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad he feels responsible
our
for.
mistake, that's it.
The Blight was our mistake.
How is the Blight their mistake? Did they find it? Did they make it? What does that mean?
Whatever it was, it convinced Mythal to take him seriously.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solas says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solas wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What?
Yes.
Like in a dream?
No, in the flesh.
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon. Nice. The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Yeah, and then when we meet Solas in Trespasser 2 years after, Solas says that the Evenuris, the gods, the pantheon of gods, killed Mythal. So they did something like her being killed by them is a direct consequence of something, like some sort of feud that happened. I swear to God, Tash is like me. This really be the way I would act. Well, Meeps, I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad you're one of the mods. I'm a cool fire-breathing badass. You are. Definitely. He blames himself. The one good god got killed. That explains it. What is the question here?
Okay, sorry, point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Thank you, asking the real
Rook,
questions.
As a fellow watcher, you know there are ways.
I'm not saying she couldn't help from beyond the grave. I'm just asking how.
How?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Well, we know how she did it. But obviously, that kind of sucks here because they really could have gone more into details with, Harding getting more details out of the Inquisition, out of the Inquisitor, especially since 10 years have passed. Like, they could have gone deeper and they could have asked, who drank from the well. But obviously, this is not something they chose to bring back in the game. But that would have been a good way to get Harding to explain more in detail what happened in the previous game. But, I mean, that's fair enough, He blames himself. The one good god got killed. That explains it.
Solus goes to Mythal, the one semi-reasonable elven god, for help, and the other gods kill her for it. I imagine the Dreadwolf's rebellion heated up significantly after
that makes a lot of sense.
Right. And Mythal wasn't there to keep the other gods in check anymore.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can
No,
use,
it doesn't. But
we know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
And then we're gonna go to the next one. On to the next. Man, Tosh is so funny. I love them. Why are you glad I'm one of the mods? Because you're chaotic good. Okay, it's bugging again. I think we're gonna go we're gonna finish the memories and then I'm gonna reboot the game again because it's acting up. And there it is. The blight eating people.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power.
You will pay the final price for this betrayal. We warned you not to use the blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in
it's the
exile
veil.
ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad elgar'nan and ghilan'nain are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
I'm sorry. When did Solus's rituals go right? Sorry. The man is a walking disaster. Like, like legit. I think the only thing he did right was like stabilizing the anchor for the Inquisitor. Sorry. This is not funny, but this is really funny in hindsight. As a watcher, I am alarmed. That's a really good. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna probably use that. So this is best. It's not just us panicking. It makes sense. I'm gonna snooze the ads, so you guys don't miss on the memories.
Honestly, it's a little terrifying. I've studied the Fade for years with the Watchers. The idea that
That's
the Veil, a fundamental part of our world, was an accident as Solus sprang his trap,
Astonishing how little we truly know.
And a good reminder not to start spells you don't know how to finish.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than
It's
what
the
I've seen in
palace we
Arlington,
saw
at
at the beginning.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation.
Well, the Golden
But
City
if
is
the Golden
Arlington.
City was an ancient elven palace,
Yes!
then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did.
I knew it. I
the
knew
Chant
it.
of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Pretty much.
Did we?
The tea! The tea! Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to get the confirmation of this. Fuck yeah, Lady Corinne, you get it. Why are you so glad? I missed the talks of them doing it right. But yeah, for real, like, and I remember, you know, if there's a Golden City and if there's a Black City, that it's one in the same. And now we know so far it's all the elves' fault. Exactly. And this was one of my theory that the elves were, you know, the gods, and they're the old gods of the winter, aka the archdemons that we saw that spread the taint, the blight, and everything. But then who called the Magisters to the Fade to lure them to bring the blight back? I hope we'll get that later, but I'm wondering if they talked about the Forgotten One earlier in the game, and I'm like, are the Forgotten One gonna come back too? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Everything, like all the fucking lore that we've accumulated for 3 fucking games is coming to a point here, and I'm loving it. I'm flabbergasted at the same time. And yeah, and I also think, okay, let me read the chat really quick. Went to it, but my face made yawn and shake the accent. No, not your nose. She instantly felt so bad she sniffed all over to make sure I'm okay, and she kissed my sister. Oh, that's cute. She's me in cat form. I love that. Fear of abandonment, separation anxiety, fear of loud noises, derpy as shit and clubs. You're a match made in heaven. Marie, your rook looks great in this light. I know. I was gonna say I really want to take. Can I take a screenshot? No, I can't. Damn it. Oh wait, I can probably do F12. She looks really good. The blue and the bluish light. Yeah, the blue is really popping with her hair. Exactly. And the eyes too. She looks so unamused when you pause. I still believe in the Maker. Confirm continued belief in the Maker. Don't let this shake you. Speak as someone who does not believe in the Maker. That's not our problem. Put aside questions of the Maker. I believe this hurts me too. Share Harding's belief and anxiety at learning this. I'm sorry this hurts. Do not give a personal view regarding belief in the Maker. Ooh, the lessons are what matter. I think my rook is a Morn Watcher from Navarra. And so she has links to the Andrastian faith, but it's a little bit weirder because of the necromancy in Navarra. So they have like links, but they're not as stiff on the Andrastian chantry than it is, for example, in Orlais or in Ferelden. Also, Also, I'm gonna lose the ads again. Also, the fact that Harding mentioned that the the chantry and the chant of light, which is propagated by the chantry, and the whole Andrastian faith comes from Andraste. Andraste had visions coming from the Maker about what happened, with the Golden City, and the Maker creating things. Like, it just confirms to me, I don't know if we're gonna know later, but it confirms to me that Andraste was a mage, and she probably was being talked to by a demon, or a spirit at least, because it just makes a lot of sense that she had also contact across the veil, through the Fade, with spirits and demons, and she saw the Golden City as it was. And it's either that, or she was a receptacle for the spirit of Mythal, like Flemeth used to be. Because that also would make a lot of sense. There's a lot of similarities here between Andraste and Flemeth's story that we know of. El Dorado, I mean, I wish it was El Dorado, but unfortunately this is not the same Golden City. You're in the wrong franchise, Boog. I'm sorry this hurts. Don't let this shake you. I think that's not our problem. It's too insensitive, and the lessons are what matters is also very insensitive to me. I'm not sure she believes in the Maker. Don't let this shake you. Welcome in. Hi. Blazian, how are you? Hold on. I'm gonna switch this. Okay, let me put the cat cam here. All right. We were, and I haven't tried to play both. I'm just saying. I think I'm gonna go with either, like, my character has been taught. Yeah, please go lurk. My character has been taught into the chantry as well. But it's different because she's Nevaran. I think I'm gonna still go with Harding's beliefs.
I'm right there with you, Lace. I believe in the Maker. If it's all just ancient elven stuff and there's nothing else, that's a lot.
Like,
the Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries. This may simply change our understanding of it.
That makes a lot of
I know,
sense.
But that's a change to, well, everything we're supposed to believe in.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven Gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
Oh.
My mother.
Oh. Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's
Tosh
memories.
is amazing.
Wonder what else he's hiding.
Oh, okay, nice. It's finished. Good. 3rd memory of fen'harel. Okay, guys, I'm gonna run the ads because they're starting in like 1 minute. So let me run them right now. You know what? I want that cup Lucanus was holding. It's so pretty. I know. They all had such pretty things. Why did it move out here? Okay, let me save. I'm gonna restart the game because it's staggering on my end. I don't know for you guys. Sign of stuff. Oh, yeah. Do you have like the sinus rinse thingies? I find it helps. Okay, we have view regret here. Let's go. Are the ads done? 2 things at once might be. Also, I love how pretty they are, though. Viv's not in the party because she's pro police brutality, not because she's a grade A bitch. The part is fine. Nail me on kicking people out of the party for being mean. You get me on Fenris for not being mean. Yeah, that's true. Fenris is really mean to Meryl. That is very true. But Fenris is mean to everybody who uses magic, right? So he has this... how can you... Like, how do you say that in English? Like, he's very, like, obtuse to everybody who uses magic. I see mentions of my husband Fenris. Same. Corby had to kill Fenris in his Dragon Age 2 run. Well, I'm just saying. Neti pots are the best. Yeah, I found that it did really help me, J-Boog, when I got one. Fancy cell phone again. Prime TV, Wicked movie, fancy monitor, cleaning product, Black Friday. Oh yeah, they're starting the Black Friday shit early this year. Credit card, internet provider, deodorant. You get all the same thing at once every time. Having another convoy involved marbles, and I was trying to say hi to Corby. Therefore, my brain did a fucky wookie and combined the two. Corbles, that was great. Lego Horizon ad was amazing. Okay, I know Jen started playing it. I hope it's fun because I kind of want to get it. Meeps, I sent you also a TikTok on Horizon. And I liked Fenris, but he was being mean to my wife. And I mean, I get that. And also, you only played once, and you played to play the game. Whereas, like, I play, like, me personally, I played several times, but I always role play someone different too, because I want to get a different perspective also on these characters that I might not take, which also, I also did with Mass Effect. So I, at first, and I was also, not a fan of Viv at first, and then I started taking her with when I played the Pro Chantry Mage, and it really switched things up. I don't agree, like, me personally, with her ideas, but she's a queen, and I love her for that. I'll look later, there's no problem. Yeah, I hope, Meeps, you're feeling better today, too. The perfect middle of the road, Aveline. I mean, Aveline is great because she stays loyal no matter what, right? Okay, we're gonna watch the 4th regret memory. I love Aveline so much.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus, to withstand the louder voices who would go too far like elgar'nan. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
What the actual fuck?
What?
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but what?
Yeah, what? Exactly, Belara, right? I'm sorry, like... The tea? The fucking tea? Okay, first of all, she's like inciting and pushing Solus to take a form, aka he was a fucking spirit. We knew, yes, it makes a lot of sense with all Cole said. Everything that Cole said in the last game. It makes so much sense. And then he said, did it not hurt when you took rocks to make yourself? AKA, did she fucking fight a titan and stole his form to make her body? Because we know that Mythal probably fought a fucking titan. Oh my god. So is this how, you know, the dwarves and the elves are always at odds here? Like, what? I can do a dark art, super evil run, no problem. Murdering kittens and shit, but being pro-religion. Miss me. I know you can't. And see, I like to roleplay it. I don't like it personally. I don't believe in anything like religious, but I like to roleplay these kind of characters. Hey, bestie, Fady, we just watched the 4th memory and I am shook. And also, Mythal is being very, very, very coy and persistent with Solus. She's really like pulling at his heartstrings. She's trying to get him, right? Oh, Fady, I said they were doing it. And Tosh was like, hell yeah, they were doing it. Isn't that crazy? I know. I love that this memory is like 40 hours into the game and you get to define your character by how they react to it, right? Am I a spirit? This is actually great. I guess our secret's out. I'm not a spirit. I mean, are we spirits? No. Well, I mean, it depends. Do you believe that our souls are spirits? But we don't embody a certain virtue, right? I did too. Let's go. Which is what I would have said, to be honest, and I can't get over that. But are we? This is great. I guess the secret's out. I think I'm gonna be, I don't think I'm gonna be like that confused. I think I'm gonna be a bit like sassy about it because there's absolutely no way that me, like personally, either me or Rook is not gonna laugh about that. Like, of course, yeah, we're all spirits. The secret's out.
We hid the truth for as long as we could, but yeah. Belara, Davrin, and I have secretly been spirits this whole time.
Not funny.
Parting laugh.
I don't know. Sounds like something a rage demon would say.
You're going to confuse Tosh.
What? I wasn't listening. There weren't any dragons in this one.
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated
Yeah.
from spirits. You three are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
I love how Emmerich is
If we
excited
let it
about
out,
that.
Is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Yeah, there's also that.
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
They're already hating on people having magic. They already hate like that the elves are fucking stuck in alien ages. Not alien age, alien ages. Magic users are stuck in circles. The South hates the winter. Everybody looks at the Rivani seers like they're fucking insane. Like, nobody likes the Qun because it's obviously shit. But, you know, it can work in a specific type of society. Like this is. I mean, elves and Tevint are exactly fucking slave trade. Yes. Okay, let me catch up on chat really quick. I love them so much. No problem, BRB. I was a human, so different stuff. Ooh, interesting. See, I always play an elf for my first run, so... Devin is so right. Exactly. Devin is so right. And, like there's so many things that can go wrong here if we were to say that. But at the same time, like, here, as, you know, as we know it, yeah, the first... That's also probably why they are so powerful as mages, because they are literally made from the Fade, right? They're spirits, so their understanding of magic is innate. It's ingrained in them. They are magic, so they don't even have like this limitation of like they do have now limitations of bodies because they made their own bodies. But if the initial Evanuris were spirits made flesh, they just, you know, master magic differently, which changes everything as well, right? As a human, I got to decide if I believe in religion, if I still did it or not. I'm boring like that. That's fair. We all have our, you know, preferences here. I don't want to cause harm.
If the world learned about this and it led to attacks against elves...
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one would believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know.
You have to tell the Inquisitor.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So,
I mean, what's another secret?
What else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person.
No, he didn't want to.
With a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl. They heard the Titans. They heard the Titans. Those idiots. They started a war. They started a war. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I want to cut his coffee cup. It's so pretty. Maybe, Lady Corinne, I'm sure that someone on Etsy will make it. I'm sure it's gonna come out eventually on Etsy. Or somewhere on social. Someone is gonna make, like, someone with a pottery knowledge will make that. I want Lucanus, he's so pretty. I mean, you do you, girl. I'm still recovering. Valid. These are some of my favorite cutscenes. I mean, Fady, I'm shook here. I'm just like fucking, like, my brain is going brrr right now. I'm so glad that I decided to stream tonight.
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
The Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first memory we saw with elgar'nan seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
Lace, I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
I hate this for
Except
the
he
Titans.
did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal.
Yeah.
Everything that followed, he could have prevented if he just told her no.
Yep.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
I also like how calm and composed Emmerich is. Like, he's here to, you know, just synthesize what happened and make it more, you know, understandable for everyone. AKA Tosh. I love that. I'm just a girl. I mean, we're all just girls here simping for our love interests. Is it the last one? No, there's the last one over there. Oh, he made the dagger.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless.
That's why the dwarves
he
don't
passed me in the halls of
dream.
Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
Oh my god. That's why the dwarves don't dream. He cut their stone sense, literally. But why? Like, what was the end game here? I'm a girl. You're a girl. You're a girl who's simping for someone. You're a girl who's simping for someone, J-Boo. I'm just saying. Being a girl is a state of mind. Exactly. Exactly. Everything is the elves' fault. Everything is the elves' fault. No wonder he feels guilty. How like him? How could he do that? I'm sorry, Harding. There's one about, I'm sorry for my people, too.
Lace, what my people did to yours, that's unforgivable.
You don't need to apologize.
Well, someone should.
Our leaders attacked the Titans for their lyrium. Then, when the war turned against the elves, our leaders did this.
And when the war was over, they enslaved your ancestors. No.
Yep.
Solus, Mythal, and Elgar'nan are the ones who need to apologize.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
Oh, so they made the blight. The elves, they made the blight. It's not even from the void. They made it. Yeah, I picked it up and I was like, is this the blight origin? So they made the blight out of, and it makes sense too, because we know that red lyrium is corrupted lyrium from the blight. I wanted to rent for so long. This is so much. This is so much. And I mean, it makes sense because, you know, initially, like we talked earlier, like the armor made of void carried the blight with her. It makes a lot of sense that they are the ones. You're learning this. I've been dying. And Fady, I'm so happy that I decided, because I was saying earlier that I was trying to read a book earlier and I couldn't. My mind, my brain rot, my Veilguard brain rot was eating at me. And I was like, I really want to play and I want to watch, you know, the the memories, and I want to, you know, go on with the story. And now I won't be able to sleep. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because it's confirming so many things that I've been thinking since 2018. I'm like, oh my god, I got confirmation of so many things. AO3 literally 15 minutes after I finished the game, to be honest. I mean, that's totally fair. You need something to cope. But I'm gonna be, I think, so this is a hypocrite. What about the Darkspawn? What about the Darkspawn? Can we fix the Blight? I think, what about the Darkspawn? What are the Darkspawn? We kind of know that the Darkspawn are corrupted versions of the different races in Thetis, right? So, they, they consume the Blight and then they become transformed. But, like, how did it work originally? Like, at the beginning? And then, if they severed the dreams of the Titans, so the dreams of the Titans became the Blight. And then the Titans died, and then the dwarves lost their dreams. But, like, can you reattach those? And, you know, calm everything down. But it looks like maybe once it's cut off, it's done, and then you got to deal with the consequences. But like how does it, like, they use the Blight to fuel themselves, because the Evanerists always craved more power. But then, and here is where I might, you know, give some leeway to Solas and maybe not call him a hypocrite. Solas didn't want to become a being of flesh. He didn't want to have a body. He wanted to stay a spirit, but he did it for Mythal. And then it looks like Mythal also again requested that he creates a dagger to sever that, and she pulled at his heartstrings again. Like, it always seems like she's here to beg him for things, but she never gives back in return. I'm just saying, that's how it looks like. Like, he loves her, but she doesn't love him as much as he loves her. Like, that's the feeling that I'm getting right now. I mean, everyone sucks, yes, but there's still some different levels of sucking here, right? No puns intended. All the things we do for love. Exactly. And that's probably one of the big part why Solas is so melancholy all the time, right? And how he was talking to her in Inquisition. But yeah. Okay, let's...
What does this mean for Darkspawn? Should we be trying to help them?
I don't believe
so.
No,
they're just...
If the Blight is a corrupted dream, Darkspawn may be mindless manifestations of its anger.
Right. They're not people. We're never going to get through to them.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have elgar'nan and ghilan'nain to deal with now.
And then I want Solas to look me in the eye.
Oh, she mad.
Answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret. And almost all of them
Thank you.
involve Mythal.
Thank you, Nev.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
Thank you, Nev. Nev is like, Mythal is the constant in all these little things. Thank God for Nev. I didn't have the brain cells for this. I'm here and I need a minute. I was on too much shock. I mean, I had time to think of these theories, right? I thought of them. Wait a minute. Okay, Tash has something. Oh, now everybody's over there chatting. Well, I'm gonna talk to you later. We have to read the codex too. Okay, last memory. No.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
No.
Old friend.
Old friend. Fuck you. He loved you and you call him friend.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
Oh yeah, this one is
No.
pretty recent.
He wore that same outfit in the
Yeah,
Inquisition.
this one is recent.
We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as
I
always.
mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong, but also how? How did Mythal escape? Because they said that she had been killed, and then in Trespasser he says, the first of my people are not so easily killed. And we know now, we have confirmation that exactly, men will literally take their friend's power instead of going to therapy. There's also that. Jen, you're so right. You are so right. But we know that, we now have confirmation that the Evanuris were just spirits made flesh. So did she just shed her body and then she, you know, possessed different women throughout history? Like, because I'm sure, and if we don't get confirmation through this game, I'm gonna be so pissed. But I'm sure she was Andraste, and we know she was Flemeth for so many years, right? So if she was Flemeth and she's been taking bodies and living as Flemeth for so many years, like, did she just pretend to play dead and then she was the only one who escaped the veil? Or was taken in by Andraste when Andraste had her revelations and then she was pulled away from the Fade? And she's been, you know, floating around in our world ever since. And then when he woke up, he realized that Flemeth, aka Mythal, is still around. And he's like, this is my ticket out. This is how I put my plan into motion, because my orb is broken. And I don't know where my dagger is, because the fucker didn't know at the time that his dagger had been taken by Meredith. And Meredith became crazy because of it in Dragon Age 2, right? But then when you read to Winter Nights, you know that he went and opened up the statue of Meredith in, I think she was in Zenon's shop. In the shop in Dragon Age 2 in Kirkwall, where you can change your face. And then in Inquisition, the statue of Meredith is over there. Like, he went and picked up the dagger from the body of Meredith encased in red lyrium. And then he purified it to get his dagger back. Like, this is all fucking insane. Sorry, like, I'm just, like, my brain is just going brrr, and I'm just dumping all this on you guys. The Black Emporium, exactly. Thank you. Xenon the Antiquarian. That's his name. Thank you. I had a blank. I'm too deep into the Elven lore now. It is quite a lore dump, these memories. I know, and like as someone who thrives on lore and like history and like all the, you know, the impact and ramifications that it has, like everything you do has an impact something somewhere. So I'm just like, I see all the, like, it all connects together, and I'm like, I have to untangle all of this with what I know and what I have been thinking that might be, you know, the real story for all these years. This is something people were skipping because it's not part of the main quest. Oh my god, that's why the people are like, Veilguard is mid. Well, who the fuck skips quests? Not me. I'm like, I need to know everything. And as someone who played Inquisition like 8 times and is still not skipping most of the quests. Exactly, skipping quests in Dragon Age, not taking every character to get all the dialogue out of them. I mean, when I was, you know, playing back in 2018, because I was not working, so I had plenty of time to play. And I was always listening, watching YouTube of all the dialogue, you know, dumps on YouTube, like Dana Duchy. Like, I fucking love this YouTuber because I was just always like listening to dialogue that I've never heard before. Routing it at any speed for no problem. You do you, Jen. It needs to be right. Okay, we're gonna get back to the game here. Those people want to know the end and get through the story to say how bad it is. Exactly. We send Denadachi. Let's go. I love Denadachi and Fluffy Ninja Llama. I love them both. They sparkled my love. Like, Fluffy Ninja Llama made me play these games because I was a Fallout 4 fan and I was watching all of her Fallout 4 videos, and I saw that she had playlists for BioWare games. And I remember she was making compilations of, you know, funny scenes and funny, you know, dialogue stuff. And there were a lot of Mass Effect and Dragon Age in those. And I was like, I want to play those games. And then I started playing Dragon Age. And then after that, I started playing Mass Effect. So thank you, YouTubers, for, you know, bringing me here today. Veilguard is not the game you play for your first in Dragon Age. Exactly, too much. And I mean, you could play it for the first time because you like the kind of, you know, gameplay, the combat, and like the choices and stuff. But you will miss on all the important things. Just like, I mean, I started with Inquisition. I started Inquisition first, and then I went back and played Origins and Dragon Age 2. I missed so many things because I was not as impacted, but I was still very impacted by the story, which made me play the previous games. And then when I replayed Inquisition after, I got so much more out of it because now I had history with the games. But it still made me, you know, it was a good starting point for me because it made me want to know more about it. But that's how I am as a person. One thing that grates my gears personally is, like, it's a good game, but a shitty Dragon Age. I know, Jen, I was literally thinking about that. I was reading comments about this today, and I was like, and I wrote to Fady, like, this week. I'm like, I have notes in my phones right now talking about, like about how my impressions of the game and, like, what I like and dislike to. And I have notes, and I'm gonna make a fucking PowerPoint, and I hate making PowerPoints, and we're gonna have a discussion when I'm done with this game because I have opinions about what people are saying versus, like, what the game is really. I just hate that argument in general. Exactly. And I also hate it for Mass Effect Andromeda because I love Andromeda. It's its own thing. People hate it because it's not a trilogy game. It's not part of the trilogy. I liked it when I saw it, and if we could jump in with this one, I was like, man, it feels so good to go to Origin first. That's fair. I mean, I would tell them probably start with at least Inquisition if they really don't want to play all the games. But at the same time, like, you get the payoff of playing all the games in order. Broke me during Final Fantasy VI. I hate that for you, Jen. Okay, all of this epic magic and godly power, in the end, it comes down to love and murder, same as always. Nev, you are so right. Nev is so right. He loved and blamed her. He needs to be right. And all that gets us, this is too angry for my rook. I feel like she would say this.
Every big mistake Solus made is tied
Yes.
to Mythal. He sacrificed his life as a spirit to join her.
He sacrificed his morals when he created the dagger to stop the Titans.
When the other gods struck her down, he destroyed the Elven Empire to avenge her.
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything's gone but his mistakes. And there she is.
Yes.
Alive.
Yes.
And after all he's done, she sides against him again.
All these mistakes are his fault. And hers too.
But she's not taking...
If she won't help him fix the world, of course he has to kill her.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or elgar'nan is gonna make him angry.
elgar'nan.
Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
I mean, I don't think he knows what's best for everyone. I think he as a person is a loner. He doesn't want to involve any more people in his plans as he needs to. And this is a recurring thing with him. And he do while telling himself he's the hero. I don't think he really wants to be the hero. He just doesn't want everybody else to share the burden of the decision here. Because he knows how much it costs to take those decisions. And he's like, I cannot, and this is also what, like me as someone who played a Levelin who wanted to help him, like he didn't, he literally says in Trespasser, this was not your burden to bear. Like, he doesn't want to be a burden for other people, and he doesn't want to share the load because he feels like he's responsible for all the shitty things that happen. And so he keeps it all in, and he doesn't want to put this on anybody else but him, because then if something happens, it's all on him. Then it's nobody else's fault but him. And that's also why he was angry that we, broke his ritual. Because he's like, damn, damn, my rituals. I'm not getting good. I'm no good at rituals. But also, like, he's just like it broke everything, and he didn't see that. But also, and I'm gonna be so pissed, and like my mind right now, where the fuck is Varric? Where the fuck is Varric in these conversations? And Bellara just said something that made me think. Where the fuck is Varric? She literally just said, he can possess people. He can possess people. Is he fucking like possessing Varric right now, and this is why he's not there? Why isn't he there? Why isn't he there? I want to know why. I didn't get that far. I mean, he's there. But he's not here. He's not here talking with us. Why? Like Solus, not Solus, but Varric knows as much more than you know, her. Than Harding about what happened in the Inquisition. Why is he not talking with us here? Like, this is fishy. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm not gonna trust Varric from now on. I'm gonna be mad if like Varric is dead and like Solus is like doing something, because now that I'm thinking of it, Varric is always talking just to me. He's never talking to anybody else in this house. Like, is this a Sixth Sense kind of thing? I'm gonna be really pissed, and I'm about to cry right now. I'm like, I don't want it to happen. I'm like, no. I'm working myself up right now. Let me read chat really quick. Andromeda is literally like, that meme, man. This game is great when you don't have a bitch. Yes, it is. And people put that meme every time people are talking about Andromeda on like socials. Also do kind of feel like he's so proud that he thinks he's the only one who can do this, and that's also part of the reason you won't involve any. Yeah, and also there's also that, like, he's very proud. He's a spirit of pride. So he might be too proud to ask for help. I say that as someone who's also very proud, very prideful, and who has difficulties asking for help. And now I'm crying. Good thing I'm not wearing any makeup. Going to the store for popcorn. Does anyone else want some for no reason? Jen, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so fucking mad to call this. Like, I'm bright, but I'm not that bright. Like, now I'm over analyzing everything. And if this is, I'm like, who's gonna tell Hawk? Who's gonna tell, oh my God, who's gonna tell the Inquisitor? Who's gonna tell Aveline? Oh. I'll cut. You guys who have finished the game. Don't take it out on me. I'm just getting some snack. I know. Oh man, I'm warm right now. Dragon Age does that with us. I know. And I'm like, if that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be real happy to have cried right now. Because I'll be like, at least Dragon Age didn't pull one on me. But if it is what happened, like, I'm like, okay, he's wrong but not evil. He's smart but we know him. That works for now. I think he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero. I think I'm gonna say that.
Solus has caused a lot of damage, but he's not like elgar'nan, trying to wreck the world to rule it. He's trying to repair the damage he caused, and he knows he made mistakes. There might be hope for him.
You don't think he'll turn on us?
No, he's totally gonna turn on us. I mean, after that.
Yeah. Oh.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller. Almost to its end.
Hi, mister.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Who's that bitch? Lucanus Bellara Emmerich. Oh, Morgan. Tash, Davin. Okay, everybody approves of what I said. Or what happened. I was like, who's that bitch? Who exactly as you said, right? That bitch. I mean, I love her. Oh, I miss them. I should have probably gone and talked to them. Because they were all outside and now they're all like somewhere else. Varric, I don't like this. Ah, now it's nicer. Now Tasha's bedroom is a lot more nice. We need to read also the codex. Dad, bitch.
Hey, glad you stopped by. I was gonna grab drinks with the Lords of Fortune at the Hilt. Come along if you want. Get to know the Lords.
Sounds good.
Okay. Dragon class. Thank you. I like Tosh. I like them a lot. They're really fun. Bestie.
Our enemies are gods, Rook. Nobody fights those alone. That's why Solus lost and why you'll win. He always thought his attachments were a tragic flaw he had to overcome. But they're a strength.
I don't like this. I'm very suspicious now. My brain is like going brr. Man, I'm sad that I missed Emmerich and Davrin here. They were talking there earlier. I wasn't until you said it. I mean, I don't want to know as well, but I want to know, but I'm like, I'm sorry. If that's what happened, I'm gonna be so pissed at myself. I don't want to be right, you know? I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The game froze. I love that for you. Okay, we talked to... Wait.
About the gender stuff. There's a lot of it. Gender stuff. But it's... maybe good.
Okay. Nice. I love that for you. Okay, I'm not gonna run. I'm wondering if this other door over there will open eventually. Oh, they're up there. We're gonna talk to them. Colleen, I just got through so many revelations. Okay, wait. Before we go listen in, rock, paper, scissors with the skelly. Again. Hiss! Another one. Good job, Manfred. What are you doing?
The view here. I could sit with it for hours.
It's dramatic, I'll give it that.
Also, it's kind of funny that the caretaker came to tell us that Morgan was waiting for us in the crossroads. Excuse me.
Hey, Harding.
Oh, Rook, hi. Is there something you need?
Is there something you need? Do you want to talk? Elara made snacks. Something's bothering you.
Thought you might want someone to talk to.
Oh, Rook. That's sweet. I'm fine. Really.
Really? Okay. Well, we're all here if you...
Never mind. I can't lie. I feel awful.
It's Solus's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits.
They cut them off.
Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
I mean, she's also a surfacer. So the only, like, she's not that she's not a true dwarf, but she doesn't have the connection to the dwarven lore like Orzammar or Kalsharok as much as elgar'nan had. You know, like, she doesn't worship the stone. Exclamation point stone. She doesn't worship the stone. She doesn't have... I mean, she hung out with Shaper Valta when we had the DLC. Thank you, Jay. But there was no, like, she doesn't have, like, she's a dwarf, but her connection to her history is not as strong as for other dwarves, I guess. What does that say? I'm sorry. I'm still saying I'm sorry as an elf. There's no right way. I can't tell you how to feel. Blame Solas. I don't think blaming Solas is the right choice because obviously Solas did a lot of things here, but he was asked by other people, aka Mythal, to do that. So he's not the only one to blame for this.
This might be silly, but I'm sorry for what my gods did.
You're not them, and I'm not really the Titans.
Yeah, there's also that.
But thank you for saying that, Rook.
It's kind of like we're not our parents, you know?
I don't hate Solas for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge.
Yeah, there's that.
Revenge won't bring the Titans back. It can't erase what happened.
It's been so long,
and the
too.
Inquisitor thinks Solas can be saved, and I want to try. But I just want to talk. As equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solas was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you.
Oh.
Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be all right.
I know. You're Lace Harding, child of Titans. You can handle anything.
Oh, shut up.
Ads are starting in 3 minutes, folks. I think it's also why when she touched the lyrium dagger, she got her connection back because the dagger was used to sever the Titans' dreams from themselves. So maybe it retained some kind of memory of what it did. Like the someone is snoring beside me, like full blown snores. Hey.
Too much sky. That's what it even is.
You're starting to talk like a dwarf. Yes! Hug the baby. Hug the baby. Thank you for the quote 29. You're so right. Jay, I think quote 29 is gonna be the quote for this playthrough.
Rook?
Hi. Are you guys okay? Am I interrupting something? I love them too so much. I know. I wish they would end up together. I know they don't. Gotta pet the baby again. Man. I'm rattled. Okay, ads are gonna start in like a minute. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pause I'm gonna save because the game crashed already once. And I'm gonna start the ads and I'm gonna go on a bathroom break. And you guys, Lila is like, she's so cute. And right, you see her right now, but you can't hear her. But she's like snoring so loud. I'm gonna go GPG. Please behave. And I'll be back in 3. And we're gonna continue with, I have a lot of codex entries to read. So we're gonna read. We're gonna do some reading. I hope it's gonna help me, you know, focus my energy somewhere else. And then we're gonna go play. I don't know if we're gonna be able to oh, hello. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish Act 1 tonight. Now I'm like very, very distressed. But we'll definitely go and fight some baddies in Hosberg after reading the codex. Okay, BRB in 3. Hi, welcome back. I'm back. You're taking Corby's role while he's lurking because he doesn't want to get spoiled. Fancy phone again, wicked movie again, phone plan, wicked movie again, twice. Cleaning products, Black Friday, and of course the deodorant again. Lady Corinne, I love when you do a recap like that. Time played 48 hours. I already played 48 hours of this game, and I'm not even out of Act 1. Guess that's something I do now, exactly. Your unofficial role. 70,000. You have 70,000 sunbeams and nothing big to spend them on. Make trout a dull fish. Well, if it pleases you, Trout, I do have ideas for big redeems like 100k and plus. I just haven't implemented them right now because we're playing Veilguard. But I'm thinking about putting one for cooking stream. And maybe other others for like maybe not cosplay because I don't really cosplay, but having accessories and stuff. Trout, how are you? How was your day? How's your weekend been so far? Colleen, I hope you're cozy now back home. I hope you get to relax tomorrow too. Alright, we're going to the Veilguard. I'm gonna change the party. We're gonna bring Harding for this. Saving these points would be a good idea. I mean, as someone who saves points, who hoards them, it's always a good idea. I'm eating popcorn. Oh, I love that. You and everybody else. Like, I know you're probably eating popcorn for real, but I know everybody here in this chat was eating popcorn earlier because of like what we were discussing. Weekend is tiring, no relaxation, non-stop phone calls and online meetings. That's I'm sorry to hear that. Wait, it's morning for you, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna bring Nev because so far both of them have had the best insights at what we were discussing with the memories. Harding being from the Inquisition, and Nev, who worked with both Harding and Varric before, but also just being a detective. Like, what she was bringing to the table was great. I love the character cards too. I love the tarot cards. I'm so not the tower, the tarot cards. I love that they brought the tarot cards art back for the character cards. Understatement. 1:30 p.m. Oh, really? It's 11:30 p.m. here. So you're like really far. Quote 21, 29. No, don't rub it in. Changing everyone's abilities to get more combo has been pretty great, right? But I also, Lady Current, I've been mixing my party a lot now. So I'm changing them, and I want to get more dialogue out of them. So I'm trying to pair people that I haven't brought together yet. Don't be sorry for me too said it. Yeah, I said that at the beginning of stream. And then Jay said, oh, what a statement. And then I said, do we add it as a quote? And he said, yes. So that's what I did. Meeps. Meeps. This is so on brand for tonight. Because this is literally like, if I were alone playing this game, I would have turned it off. I would have turned it off after all of this. Like, maybe after meeting Morgan, I would turn everything off. I would go and get a bath running, and I would put the playlist to cry in the bathtub, and I would be crying my eyes out. I do that too, but instead of just having Harding have one combo, for example, I change her abilities on the wheel so she has other combo active. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea too. I should probably start doing that.
Now you see, Dweller, the gods hunger to reclaim this place. Their minions scavenge what the wolf left behind. They turn his regrets to weapons and blight all they touch.
Yeah, they do.
If the Evenuras take the crossroads, darkness will fall.
Okay, I think this is my theory. I don't want to know, because we'll probably know by the end of the game. I think the caretaker is Felasan, because Felasan was the general of his rebellion, as we saw in the memories. And Felasan was killed by Solus in the Fade in the book The Masked Empire. Hello. Oh my god. Hi. Wait. So many people came in at once. Hold on. Hi. Can we find out which the Veilguard character I am? Yeah, Meeps is Tash. Listen, do you know the Muffin Man? Hi, Dexter. How are you? I'm a fire-breathing badass, and I'm loving it. Yeah, Meeps is Tosh, definitely. Dexter, how are you? Yeah, very sassy. Tosh is sassy. I do love them. Thank you for the bits. Hi, Lars. How was your stream? Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you for the taint. I will argue his voice is too mixed, and even trying to hear it apart sounds nothing like the Felasan we heard in the memories. Yeah, there's also that. But I think, like character-wise, I think he is. I'm not judging it from the voice right now. I'm purely going on, like, vibes, because I remember reading yesterday that Felasan is like, do not leave me here alone. Like, am I gonna be here alone after you're gone? So I feel like Felasan was stuck here for so long, and then he might have taken a body as well when he was interacting with Briala in the book, and then I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'm still alive in game or in the real world. The run continues. Let's go, Lars. Okay, you're worried. We'll get rid of them. Are you fighting too? Yeah, I want to know more.
Spell it out for me. Exactly what happens if the gods reclaim the crossroads?
The Fade flows through these ancient ways. Spirits and demons, dreams and magic. Now, imagine all blighted.
And we already have.
Like I needed another reason to stop them.
I hate the blight. I fucking hate the blight. Just waiting for all these lore bombs to drop on Emma, which I know. Lady Current, just right now, I'm fucked up. I'm gonna go and cry in my bed after this stream. And I'm thinking about the people, like the other Twitch streamers who love the lore as much as I do, like Emma. And I have another friend, too, who loves it. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for them to find everything. Like, because I'm not watching them right now, obviously, because they're, like, some people are further in the game than I am. Like, Emma's gonna be so shook. I know. I'm gonna be looking, gonna be like big eyes like you, like with the popcorn. Like, but Lars, I'm happy to know that your run is still going. I think we're gonna go with you're worried.
You believe the gods could blight the whole crossroads, don't you?
You bring hope. A revenant is destroyed, others remain. Fight on, Dweller. The blight must wither.
Okay, yeah, I will kill more revenants for you, bestie. She's over there. Waiting by the statue in the mirrors.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
I love that she has short hair.
Yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not?
I recognize the music.
First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
She has the crown.
How do you know exactly what
she has Mythal's crown?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories.
Come on.
When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
How should I know? Ancient elven magic? Something about spirits. Spirits possessing the bodies of people. I mean, we know. I mean, as soon as I saw Morgan with Mythal's crown, like Flemet's crown, I was like, they're just gonna say that she absorbed Mythal's spirit. No matter what you did in the Temple of Mythal, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, we know that she was touching an Illuvian at the very end of Inquisition. So maybe she sent her spirit away. We'll know. We're about to know.
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host,
that we
slowly
know.
amassing her former power anew.
Yeah, that we know.
Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Yes!
Where did they... Wait. You?
Fuck yeah.
As you say.
Mythal ruined everything. Like, I'm gonna punch that bitch. As a mage, I knew your magic was off. And I mean, yeah, she can say that as a mage. Like, I knew your magic was off because... but at the same time, Morgan's magic was always different. Yeah, I'm gonna take the mage option, definitely. Because I like these options, like these special options related to your class or your origin. Then I could use your aid. How complicated was just getting your her? I like that they put like a fighting one, like a more aggressive one. But I'm gonna say that. But like, Morgan's magic has always been very unique because, well, she was raised by Flemeth Middle, right? But she was also a chastened. She's a chastened not Jason, chastened. CHASIND. She's from this particular group of people living in Ferelden and in the south of Ferelden. that are considered like the like founding people of Ferelden, I guess. So they have their ways too.
Your Mythal? That's why the ambient magic around you is so fractured.
Such a flattering picture you paint of this ancient bond.
What? That was like how elgar'nan and ghilan'nain can talk in your head, but...
Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess.
No, she's not the
returned.
full thing.
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free will and mortal.
I remember that.
What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
No, she didn't say that. I suspect you have questions. I'm sorry. Also, this is the music of The Well of Sorrows. This is very sad. I wanted to say that, and I don't think they're gonna touch that because obviously you don't select in the choices. You know, if Morrigan did the dark ritual and if she had the you know, the archdemon baby, and if, you know, he lived or not, but like I want Kieran, yeah, but I'm like, what is like, why did Flemeth thirst for Kieran? Not Karen, Kieran. Not Karen, goddammit. Whatever. Fuck you, captions. Like, she wanted the spirit, right? And if she wanted the spirit of the archdemon, is it because the spirit of the archdemon was one of her fellow Evanuris? And then they could all transform into dragons, and that's how they became blighted dragons. Like, I want to know, are they the old gods? Because that was my theory from long ago, and I'm like, everything we learn here brings me back to like the old Tevinter gods are the same as the old Elven gods, as are the same as the Chantry maker, because it makes sense, right? You're just spamming the popcorn emote at this point. I know you are, but I mean, we have the same thing kind of happening in the real world, where we have, you know, Christianity and then Islam and then Judaism. Like we have all these religions who started as the same thing, but they split up somewhere. To leave, I'm gonna play Coral Island and try not to think about Dragon Age. Good luck with Coral Island. I hope you have fun. Thank you for stopping by, Fady. You can watch me go crazy later. We can watch the VOD later. Have fun. How'd you and Solus get along? They didn't get along at all. Why aren't you Elven? Because she was born human. How did this all happen? I'm gonna go with the first one.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Because
Her
Mythal didn't
spark
care.
has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
Lord King so I can start a new honor mode. Let's go. Oh my god, Chan, you can do it. Why didn't she help the elves? I guess that makes sense. It's still unfair. Nice. Magically speaking, it would work.
Oh, of course. Well, there's no reason you couldn't move from elven to human with spiritual transposition.
I wondered if my circumstances might seem less mysterious for an elven watcher of the dead.
It's still rare. I should be taking notes.
That's so true.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you.
I mean, they're not even elven gods.
Mathal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Sounds incredibly weird. Sounds terrifying. I'm gonna say this.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe.
It's like,
even
oh,
now.
oh.
Mathal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me. But I must accept them of my own accord.
She always said that,
the decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mathal's and of those who bore her.
Nice. Those who bore her? Tell me you were Andraste. I want to know. I want to know if you were Andraste. Also, Flemeth always said that it would not be pushed upon the unwilling, which means, you know, but at the same time, she raised Morrigan to not crave, but to cherish knowledge and powerful artifacts and truths. So she really like ingrained that desire of that in her for so long, like when she grew up. And then, you know, she sent Morgan away on her quest with the wardens to, you know, gain more knowledge and or save the soul of the archdemon. And then after, you know, she sends her spirits or memories back to Morgan. Then Morgan is like, I was paralyzed, but then I decided to gain it because, you know, it's all the knowledge, because that's how she was, you know, brought up. Like, she was brought up to save those kind of things. Can you help against a god? How to, yeah. What could make a god bored? A lot of things. A lot of things. Time, for once.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mathal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments.
She's not wrong.
He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Yeah, she must have felt like a fool.
But he loved that.
Right?
It's not a memory that brings me pride.
I just remember all the bickering in the Temple of Mythal.
Do you have information we can use against Ghilan'nain or elgar'nan? Or Solus?
The last time Mathal faced elgar'nan and ghilan'nain, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
So they kept the dagger.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mathal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right.
So she was struck by the dagger. Is this how the dagger became blighted? Morgan explaining elf lore. Morgan Shem-splaining lore. The Shem-splaining was so strong. That's even better.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice.
Yeah.
And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
Ooh. Trapped, I feel sorry for him. He's a self-pitying monster. He's torn but doesn't know it. He's trying to help. What do you?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that.
Ooh.
Even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and
Man,
Mythal,
she's so hot.
I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Ooh. I mean, it's not elf-splaining, it's Shem-splaining. It's even better because Shems are like Shemlands, you know? Solus is the god. Solus is a god. He's only but one god. I'm not gonna say anything else. Okay, Trapped. I feel sorry for him. I don't really feel sorry for him. No, he's a. He's not the. He's a self-pitying monster. I don't think he's necessarily a monster either. We don't interact with Solus. We interact with the Dread Wolf. There's also that. We interact with fen'harel. He's torn, but he doesn't know it. He's trying to help. This one is too naive. And this one is like, yeah, I feel sorry for him, but like, I don't really feel sorry for him. Not with what we learned. Obo helps Solus. I mean, I would like to bring back Obo Elf Solus, so my Inquisitor would be happy with him forever and ever. And I don't think he's a monster. So I think he's torn, but he doesn't know it. Because he wants to make things right, but he knows that whatever he does, people will get hurt.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done. Being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it.
Yes.
I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction.
Yeah.
A belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy
Exactly.
we now face.
Exactly. She's
you may
right
be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Okay, let me read that. In my opinion, he's become a monster to fight monsters. That's also a very fair statement, Corby. I know you're back to Lloyd, but you're not wrong. That he became, and that's also what I was saying earlier, that Solus wants to take it all on himself, because then he wants to be the only one people will blame on that. So if he becomes the monster in the story, then that's fine by him, because nobody else gets to share the blame that he did. You know, he took all those bad decisions and he did all those bad things. But then he's the only one who did this, and then nobody else can say, you know, can be accused of doing these things in his name. Maybe this can end okay. Right, not alarming at all. Solus YOY. Solus is a very tragic figure.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
You have been thrust into the lives of gods. Fate will have its way, whether or without our permission.
Even more comforting, Morrigan.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger.
Yeah.
A dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from elgar'nan, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads.
What?
I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Excuse me, is she? She's blighted.
Another fragment of Mythal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not?
Why are you
One
being
small
sassy?
piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
That's so true. Oh my god, that's true. They broke off and they became two. She's not friendly. Survived the encounter? Yeah.
All of that sounded great until survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen elgar'nan and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing.
I was gonna say.
It may give you options against elgar'nan and ghilan'nain, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
So I can use it against Solus. Any suggestions about types of spirit? Could you talk to her? Could you?
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
Do you want to fight her for me?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages?
Yeah, that's true.
One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
This is such a Mythal thing. This is such a Morrigan thing. To be angered at being wrong.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with elgar'nan.
It's a protector
The
name?
emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness.
Okay, fair.
But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
That's so true, because also in the lore, Mythal was said to be a protector, but very fierce, and she would strike her enemies. She was both beloved and feared upon, right?
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
There is one more thing, if I may. Something whispered not by myself, but Methal. The elves have learned many of the glories and horrors of ancient elgar'nan. Yet your people live in this world now as the old elves never could. Know it as they could not. There is your strength. 'Tis why you shall surpass what came before one day.
Did Methal see this? Is it a prediction?
A hope from a mother to her distant children, no less beloved than any before them.
I like that they give Morgan, you know, laugh lines. Like they gave her, you know, the smile lines, which is also great because it shows her age. And it shows that she started smiling a bit more. Love? Is that what you're... What's that? Save? Yeah, I'm gonna save. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I figured. But also she said that we can talk... Can we talk to the spirit? Like, can I talk to the spirit and made her listen to me? Can we just have a conversation? If I walk the line between, like, no flattery, no pity, is it gonna work? Only one way to find out exactly. Also, wondering how high level it is. Like, if it's too high, maybe I'm not gonna do it right now. Maybe I'm just gonna lower.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
Nest of
Getting
the
close
Ancients.
to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Methal was.
Not ominous at all, right? Great pep talk. I know. Great pep talk is like, bestie, you're not helping. Nest of the Ancients. It looks like the place where the sanctuary castle thing where Solus had his ritual. Not ominous at all, right? And with all this, I forgot to read the, I know I saw the chest over there. Forgot to read the codex, but I think we're gonna read the codex entries. I want to get to the chest probably later. Where after we fight this person, we're gonna read the codex entries.
That has to be her.
How should we do this, Rook? Do you think she'll talk to us?
Guess we'll find out.
I'm glad I got you girls with me. Hello there. Is she gonna transform into a dragon?
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never again expected to see my children in the Dreadwolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Methal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Have you come to seek the blessing of your god? Or did you come to ask your god to sacrifice herself to help you defeat the monsters elgar'nan and ghilan'nain have become?
Okay, no flattery and no pity. Die, false god. You're not gonna help us. Well, I mean, if you were not an elf, right? Right? I mean, I don't want to fight. I want your help. You're not going to help us. That sounds very, like, sad and dismissive. That's really good, though, but I don't want to fight her. But maybe if we reload, we're going to take that one and see what it does after.
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world, and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
Oh.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against elgar'nan and ghilan'nain.
She's very prickly indeed,
Fail,
right?
And I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Ma'am! You are prickly indeed. Solus is helping me. Forget it, I'll fight you. We must stop the blight. We must stop the gods. We are worthy. This is a bit too... They said not to be... Not to show pity. I went straight to the fight. My rook was like, nah, I know you won't help us. And no flattery. So Solus is helping me sounds like something I would say to flatter her. We must stop the blight, but we must stop the gods. But the gods are using the blight. I think the blight is not necessarily more important than the gods, but the blight is a tool that the gods are using right now that fuels them and gives them power over people. So if you cut off the blight, the gods become more manageable.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
The blight is your fault. People will die. This is some kind of pity. This is pity. You stood against it. This is flattery.
And the blight only happened because of what you did. You need to fix your mistake.
My mistake? I saved lives and ended a war, you petulant child. Your words are weak. Prove your worth or
well,
die.
I fucked up. Of course, see, she's a dragon. Of course she's a dragon. Welp. Whoopsie.
Everyone get ready.
Right. Of course, she's a big dragon.
Oh no. Oh, she's level 45. She's the dragon. She's the Dragon Age dragon. She's the mother of dragons. Yeah, no, we're not doing this. She's so strong. She's level 45. I'm level 27. Please.
We're getting close to where
Don't
Morrigan
eat
said
me.
that other fragment of Mythal was.
Not so much as a hint, not so much as a structure of conversation. No, I don't wanna. I don't want anything. Raven, thank you, though. I don't mind reloading, and I like to make my own mistakes. I want to see the consequences of my actions. I'm not gonna fight the dragons if they're all like level 45. I don't mind having a discussion with them and like remembering what.
How should we do this, Rook? Do you think she'll talk
what
to us?
she's saying.
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never again expect to see my children. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
Solas. I cannot have you come to seek the blessing of... Or did you come to
She's
ask your
very
God to
sassy. If I say die false god, it's just jumping straight to the dragon fight, and I'm like, I want the lore.
I came here to ask for your help.
You dare?
We saw Solus.
You saw the... You wish for my help? Make your case. Fail. And it has been centuries.
Okay, I'm gonna go back again to We Must Stop the Blight because it was a good start.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the blight.
That is why you must...
We know the truth about...
Anne.
Okay, so I'm gonna go you stood against it then. Because people will die. I feel like this is very like, please help us. People will die. Take pity on them.
Stopping the blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus, even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home, because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Okay, that's what I thought. Like, it would give me every choice, and I would try to convince her every time. And then I'll be like, forget it, I'll fight you. And then she's gonna be like, that's fine, bitch. I'm good. Or maybe she'll be like, whatever, yeah, let's fight one last fight, and then I'll give it to you if you can best me.
You can't want elgar'nan and ghilan'nain to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet they were better than the others who threatened your ancestors. Monsters like the Titans, or selfish fools like Anaris. Set the blight aside, and tell me why I should help you topple your own gods.
Anaris. Anaris is one of the Forgotten One that we talked about in a couple of streams ago. We found papers about Anaris, the Forgotten One, in Arlington Forest. And now I'm like, are we gonna see him? Are we gonna find him again so he can help us fight the Evanuris? I mean, if he was a Forgotten One, there must be a reason. He must not be so bad. I mean, but at the same time, we did fight them in the last 3 games. Like, there was always a Forgotten One in every Dragon Age game. Because the last one was, what's his name? Imshel. Put the blight aside. As a question, we need no gods. They wronged you. Okay, set the blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple your own gods. I feel like put the blight aside is a bit like anger. Like, I'm angered that why would I put the blight aside when, you know, we need no gods is a bit arrogant. I'm not sure she will like that. They wronged you is appealing to her better self. But she likes righteous anger. But they wronged you or put the blight aside.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
She's so sassy.
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Yes. Okay, we are worthy. Solus is helping me. We're gonna go with this one.
Solus is helping me.
Solus is using you.
Of course he is.
Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolf's approbation? He rebelled against me.
But the two of you stayed close.
Were you doing it?
Until he killed the tattered fragment of me who hid inside the human swamp witch and wept. He keeps me here, yet has not visited since waking from his slumber. Tell me this. What should I have done when Solus turned against me after all we had been to one another?
She's so bad. Wait, let me snooze the ads. Sorry. She's so mad at this swamp witch. She hates Mythal. She hates Flemet. I'm sorry. This is so funny. They were doing it. They were definitely doing it. But like I said, it was a fling for her. It was a fling for her. But for him, it was like more serious. I'm sure that's how, you know, they were. Tell me this, what should I have done when Solus turned against me after all we had been to one another? I'm sorry that happened. That's pity? No. Forgotten him? Or respected him? I mean, forgotten him is like, you're not even that important, but respecting him is like, at least he's standing up for something, you know? It's righteous, I feel, but I'm not sure if they're gonna let me like pick this choice like in the bottom left corner, bottom right corner twice. But we'll see. At least now I know what to do. And we're gonna reload.
Maybe you should have listened when he warned you about staying on as rulers after the war.
Are you saying I was wrong?
Oh, shit.
You asked me what you should have done. I can't prove my worth by lying to you. Solus didn't want to manifest a physical body or destroy the Titans. He did things he hated because he cared about you. Supporting you and elgar'nan becoming rulers was the one line he wouldn't cross. If someone who followed you everywhere refused to follow you there, what does that say?
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure Fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by elgar'nan and ghilan'nain. Find it, and when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
Yeah, I knew
the
it.
essence of the protector.
I knew it. I knew it that
like
these
piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
I knew it.
And now, what's the next step?
God knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready. We did it. We got Mythal's essence.
I'm sorry, but I wanted to see it. Yeah, codex update. We have a lot of codex updates to read. That was informative. I fucked up. I will not backtrack. No, that's fair. And that's, I mean, what is multiple playthroughs? If not, you know, doing different choices. Lady Corinne. Right? And I was like, I always play someone, like some kind of, you know, cunning smooth talker characters at first because I want to get more out of the story. But I'm gonna have fun, you know, in future playthrough, like just like playing an elf again and fighting her. Like that's gonna be so cathartic. My rook is done with elven bullshit. And exactly, but I feel it also feels right with my rook right now because she's a Morn Watcher, right? And she believes in talking to spirits and as a necromancer, and she has like this insight and knowledge of how the other world works that, you know, chantry people don't necessarily like. She has her faith, but she also has her goal, like her job, and like she can you know, separate stuff in her mind. And then also she has like the part where she's an elf. So yeah, finding the big prickly dragon makes more sense. Exactly. And like, and I like to talk people, like obviously I like to talk to them to get the most out of those fights and those things. So I'm very satisfied with that right now. I also got an achievement out of that. But then now you know to do it, you know, differently for a next playthrough. And I'm wondering, now I said I'm worthy, so I'm wondering if selecting, I think that was it. You just got an advantage, I didn't, and I suffered. Oh, okay, you had to fight. Yeah, that's true. Also, I knew it. The statues you find and you have to destroy the pieces. I saw it like I think yesterday, literally, and I was like, this is Mythal because she has the crown thing. Oh, not her. Yeah. I mean, I got disadvantage after I suffered. Oh, okay, you're not talking about fighting Mythal. That's fine. Quest complete. Regrets of the Dread Wolf. A fragment of Mythal found the team worthy of her power and willingly surrendered her essence. That power now rests safely with the team, ready for when they find a way to use it to stop elgar'nan and ghilan'nain, or any other god who might strike.
And we didn't even have to fight her for it.
I know.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Well, I'm glad we did that now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to read so many things. Can I jump down still? It's an arena. Oh, you're talking about something else, then don't. Now Mary won't suffer. Not too much. You can jump if you want. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because I think there's probably stuff around, right? Yeah, there's the chest over there that I need to find. Yeah, and I'm thinking that I need to jump down to access it. That is now the quickest I've lost another mode run. No. Jen, what happened? Okay, ads are gonna start in 2 minutes, folks. Just so you know, I'm gonna jump down and we're gonna see what is around here. Okay, all those doors, like, are they there because they would open during the fight? Like, I'm curious. Yeah, we'll save. Thank you, Raven. I should probably, like, have an alert for saving. Can I jump there? No. You're so right. Like, I don't want a temporary decision save. Like, you know what? We're gonna make a new save for this. The brains on the beach. No. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 trash Veilguard clears in every way. Jen, you're so bitter. I'm so sorry. Do you want an answer of the doors? Yes. Yeah, you can tell me now that I've done it. Because I like them. They look like they're gonna open. Tell your god girlfriend to not miss next time. I'm sorry about my god girlfriend. They're just there. No. They look like they're gonna open. I'm sad. I would have liked that. Mythos Grace. The power of having a silver tongue. I'm sad for you, Jen, but I'm sorry. My god girlfriend is not very good at the start of this game. Okay, let me open a journal.